What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna head to the junkyard because if you guys saw a video 2 ago, my mom's Odyssey side glass was shattered by a golf ball. I did a little quick fix for the side window just so she can drive the car to Fresno, and she's actually now been gone for about 3 days, so she's gonna be coming back here soon, and she wanted me to go get a glass ready for her car so she can drive more comfortably around town. So we're gonna head to the junkyard, we're gonna find an Odyssey, we're gonna try to cut out a glass because I've never really cut out a side glass before, especially the Odyssey, because when I cut out all the broken pieces that was left on the door itself, it seemed a little tricky to get to the glue. I am gonna bring my wires for cutting glass right here with the handles, but I am also gonna bring this little pipe tube thingamabob that I squished to put a razor blade in between to kind of give me more leverage to cut. And you know, with a sharp blade, it cuts really nicely. So I'm gonna bring both these tools just in case the pipe doesn't get to the glue that I need to get to. We'll use this guy. And I just realized that my handle is broken. Huh. I rarely go through this drawer, and this is broken. That's unfortunate. We'll still make it happen regardless of the fact. I'm gonna bring a pack of razor blade as well too, because I know I'm gonna go through at least 1 or 2 of them. I'm also gonna switch out my old tool bag for this new snap-on one that the homie Eric gave me, because the other one, literally the handles and everything are all torn apart. It's held on by 10 mil nut and bolt, and I kind of want this one too because it has a sling to make it easier to carry around. So I'm gonna switch my tools real quick and then we're gonna head to the yard. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is find the glass because I don't know how long it's gonna take me to take it out. And then I'm gonna go check out the import row. I see a couple of Integras, TSXs, see what the inventory is looking like. But here's one. I don't know what year this is, but they're interchangeable, I'm sure. And it's already tinted. OEM Honda glass right there. What year is this? 2000. My mom's car is an 04. How do I open this door since it's automatic? The Honda Odyssey between 1999 to 2004 is all interchangeable. My mom's car is an 04, so this will work. Now to figure out how to open this door. So it says to manually click the button for the sliding doors to be off, and it's already off. The other door obviously is open, but for some reason this one is stuck. And I don't want to work on the glass on the inside of the car because it smells like straight up piss. So I'm gonna go check out some of the other Odyssey first, and then if we can't find one with a tint, we'll come back to this one. Poor RA1 single cam VTEC. That was row 2. RA1 is row 3. There's another one in row 2. Did I not see that one? This one literally 2 cars down from the other Odyssey, and I noticed how crazy this manifold sits. Super high. But doors open, tinted. Can I move it? Okay. Looks like I'm gonna try to pop off this one. posted this on Instagram 51 minutes ago, and we got the glass off. Let's start off from the front row. One row's already gone, so technically second row, but it's only because I see an Integra over here, so I'm gonna check it out. Is this a Jaguar? I honestly don't know what Jag diff everybody's converting to. I don't even know what year. I can't even tell what this one looks like. Huh, let me take some pictures. I didn't look at the Integra because there was a couple guys on it, so I didn't want to like invade them while recording. So I'm gonna continue walking real quick. I saw this TSX when I came in, new row, and it's already torn apart. K24 gone. There's an RSX in row 37, and originally I need an alternator because mine is bad, but I ended up finding one in the garage, so I swapped that out. Wanted to test my luck with a $37 alternator versus $200 from the parts store. I don't know what road this is. BMW. Base model automatic. Damn, alternator still here. Looks a little different though. Also, oil pump is gone. In case you guys didn't know, RSX base model came with a K20 pump like the Type S, and it also has the 50-degree VTC, which somebody took as well too. There's no EF in this yard at all, and the closest one to me is about 50 miles. They did just drop an 89 sedan in Moss Landing, which is 50 miles from me. I know you guys were telling me that the BMWs have good power cables, and it didn't occur to me that the batteries are in the trunk. So let's check it out real quick. Oh, Max People Rod. Oh, just like the other one I was showing you a second ago, I didn't even know it was a BMW, but look at that power cable. Girthy. Huh. That is good to know. 96 Integra automatic. Engine is still in here. Oh, tan interior. Not shabby though, but I'm not seeing anything eye-catching. There's only like 3 more rows, and I'm gonna get on out of here because slinging this bag is killing my shoulders, and this glass is heavy. I need to go find the other guy next to the Odyssey and get my tool back because I was letting him use it. Oh, intercooler. Sob. So I just got home and my mom showed up as well too. So that means we can get the glass on the car. But honestly, it just depends on Mr. Doe's schedule and when he's available to come and install it. I also did notice that when I took off this glass from the yard, I did kind of cut up the little weather stripping right here in the top, and the original glass that I chopped off is in here, and I'm going to see if that weather stripping is still good to use it. Otherwise, not really mandatory because it's more like a dress up. And I do have the other molding right here because I had to pull it off in the yard. So this is the original one to the car. We at least have that one, and I want to show you guys what I paid for it. So the glass originally is $57.99 with 0 core, and today is 40% off. So I got the glass for $34.79, saved 23 bucks, and after all the fees I paid $42, $42.62 for a glass. And Mr. Doe is probably gonna charge me like, I don't know, 50 bucks to install it. So I'm gonna clean this glass up, and then I guess we'll just pick up when Mr. Doe is available to install this glass on the car. So Mr. Doe said he can be here in a little bit, and I'm going to take off my makeshift window on my mom's car. Now, she went all the way to Fresno, which is like 4 hours, and the window made it. I mean, other than it popping off right here on the top, the Gorilla Tape really isn't doing its job for some reason. It's not as sticky as you would think a Gorilla Tape is, and I've always had the issue of the adhesive like coming off the tape itself, but it almost survived. So this is my old front Lexan on my H22 race car. And you can see my side window right here too. I didn't really drill the side window because still usable. The front, I don't think I'll ever use it again, so I kind of just made some new holes. But the side ones, I used the existing hole to drill into the frame. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some paint and just kind of dab up the open exposed metal and clean this up a little bit, because the tape adhesive is on the glue itself, and I don't know how far he cleans the glue down before he puts the new layer on. So look at that, super sticky. Just didn't stick hard enough. While we wait for the carriers to deliver my packages today, I'm gonna head to O'Reilly's to go pick up some parts to make some progress on the sedan, and also order the rest of my suspension components to have all of that on hand to do the suspension overhaul video. This thing has anti-theft on, so the radio reset it and it needs a code. I'm gonna have to get into the glove box to get the code to find it online. Man, I grabbed a bunch of stuff and I still forgot one hose because I was talking to the homie I haven't seen in like 5+ years. So I was chopping it up with him, and as I got into the car, I forgot one radiator hose, which is for the upper, but I'm not worried about it. Parts store is close enough that I can just grab it at a later time. I can get it tomorrow because the 2 bellows come in tomorrow, so I'll just pick it up then. But we do have a lot of stuff right there, and we're probably going to install most of the hoses, and then all the suspension stuff is going to be in its own video. Let's get back to the pad. All right guys, so we are back from O'Reilly's. We picked up some steering components to add to the suspension pile that's going to go into the car in the next couple of days. Here we have these are outer tie rods, right, left and right hand, because they're specific. And then we have the inner tie rods, because the inner tie rods be limp dicking, so we need the inner tie rods to go along with the outer tie rods. The bellows come in tomorrow. This one right here is a new ignition switch, because yesterday I was trying to figure out why the car doesn't turn on with the key, because you guys probably have seen by now that I've been using a push button right here. Now, I was talking about the starter wire being a little tiny, it doesn't draw enough current, and this is the issue in the other cars. But before I determine that's the issue, I need to figure out why it doesn't turn with the key in general. So I did continuity tests on the ignition switch right here, and on the black white wire, which is on number 3, which is ready to turn on, has no continuity at all. So I bought a new ignition switch. It's not that expensive, and I'm going to change it out to see if we can turn the car on with the key. So we got that brand new. This one right here is for the lower hose, $28.93 from Master Pro. This is O'Reilly's, maybe different in the other auto parts stores, but Sirocco radiator goes on right there. It needs to be shortened down, goes across, goes up, or vice versa, whichever one flows better. I knew I forgot one. I forgot the upper freaking radiator hose, which is simple 90 degree, just needs a long one end to go to the whatever style radiator you're using. So it's just a 90. But over here we have random heater hoses. Now this is gonna differ depending on like your setup, whether it's all motor, whether it's turbo, whether it's routed a certain way. You're gonna have to just go over there and use a coat hanger or, you know, imagination to figure out what bends you need. I needed two 90s to come off the firewall and then zigzag in like a Z shape into the heater hoses. So these two guys is what I found closest. This is actually the part number for my blue car, but this one is a random one, and that's gonna Z shape just like that. And we're gonna have to route this to clear the turbo manifold, so that's gonna have to go on. But this one right here, booster hose, because I installed the check valve yesterday and I need the hose to go all the way to the bottom of the intake manifold, because we relocated the barb right there and blocked off this one, right? So that's gonna go there. Probably gonna do that. And then I use fuel hoses for vacuum lines for like blow-off valve or turbos, because it's thicker, it's harder to melt versus like regular vacuum hoses. So this is probably going to be like for the blow-off valve. It's going to sit somewhere right there, or this barb right here. No, that's on there. There's a nipple on it, but that's going to go right there. That's going to go to the blow-off valve wherever I place that. So bought this beforehand. I'm sure going to need more vacuum lines if I decide I'm going to run a boost solenoid, but I don't have one. So if worst case scenario, run it off the gate. If it's like 10 pounds, we're Gucci. So yeah, that's all that I bought. This pile is gonna go over there. Probably gonna tinker with this a little bit today. And guys, the package we've been waiting for is in. But we're gonna open this after we do some work on the car. So let's get to it. Guys, I've been talking to this gentleman right here on Instagram about designing the shirt for the H2B CRX, and the homie Joey, I seen him posted it up, so I clicked on the name. And dude, this guy designs all of the Boosted Boys stuff as well too, and I'm literally conversating with him right now. So hopefully we get something going soon, man, because it's been a couple of years due now with the H2B CRX. I know it's been a cool minute, man, but you know, it's just like, it's hard to find somebody who's trustworthy coming up with a nice design that I like. And now that I found this guy and I like a lot of his stuff, hopefully we can finally get the ball rolling on that CRX. So I was going to do the radiator hose, right? And then I realized, well, I don't have the radiator in the car, so we're definitely not going to be doing that. I think the biggest thing for me right now is just the 2 heater hoses and the brake booster line. This guy, we're gonna wait till later. This is literally the same size as the factory hose, and it is for the power brakes, the booster. The factory hose clamp fits perfectly on here, right? As much as I want to sleeve this or, you know, convert to AN, I don't really care for it. As long as it works like it's supposed to, that's all I care about. You got to make sure that E right there is pointed towards the intake manifold. That's how I took it off from the factory orientation, right? Because if you have this backward, this wouldn't get the assist. And I bought this in 4 feet because I'm not sure how I want to route it. All right, brake booster line installed. Really no other way to route this line to make it look cleaner, because it literally just comes straight off the booster, right over the fuel filter, straight down behind transmission bracket right here, goes across to the manifold. I am going to put a P clamp to kind of keep this, you know, stationary so it doesn't get in the way of the shift mechanism or the clutch fork. And the reason why I didn't go straight down is because we have 2 brake lines for the master and then 2 fuel line feed and return already crammed in its corners. And just like I said, as long as it functions, it is what it is. So that's how we're going to route it, and I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. Next up is the heater hoses. Now this is going to be a little tricky because the turbo manifold is not in place yet because we still have the header on it, and I don't know if this is going to touch any of the runners, but I'm going to try to tuck it as close as possible from the heater core to the water pipes. Now I didn't mention this earlier, but this one is a larger diameter than this one. Why? Because the RSX has 2 different sizes for the water pipes. This one is smaller, this one's bigger, but the EF heater core, these are 2 of the same size, which is actually the size of the smaller one. So one of this is going to get clamped a little bit tighter to make sure we don't leak with a bigger ID. But let's go ahead and just throw these guys on. And real quick, part number 19038. $19,699 for future reference. If I remember correctly, the cylinder head heater hose goes to the bottom of the heater core because of the hot cold valve, and then the top one goes to the thermostat housing after the thermostat, which is actually this black piping. So I'm gonna keep it in the same orientation. This is the smaller IED heater hose, and I'm gonna cut this 90 that goes to the heater core as tight as possible to give us the space for the turbo manifold runners. So I'm gonna measure this 1,000,000 times and cut once, hopefully. This side is on. So what I'm gonna do with this extra length is I'm gonna make this bend tighter towards the firewall, again, to give me extra clearance for downpipe, wastegate dump tube, and I'm gonna push it towards the firewall and then take my measurement to cut. This thing never cuts all the way. Okay, alrighty, just gotta get some clamps, and that right there is the heater hoses. Oh, and take off the stickers too. Alright guys, we got a P clamp on the vacuum line that goes to the brake booster, stationary now, not gonna touch or interfere with the shift mechanism or the clutch fork. So this thing is ready to rumble. We have the heater hoses all secured, worm clamp on both the heater core side and the engine side. We have some heat sleeve on here to kind of help prevent from like the turbo manifold runners, downpipe dump tube, you know, coming too close and melting these hoses. I don't have any issues with the wagon or the all-wheel drive sedan at all. Same setup, just like this. And obviously when I fabricate a downpipe and dump tube and stuff, I'm gonna make sure that they don't touch the heater hoses from the get-go. So these guys are ready to go as well too. And I think that's all I'm going to do today with the car. I mean, this video was just a quick junkyard run to fix my mom's car, which that's done as well too. And I'm going to clean up, and let's go ahead and open that package we received today. Guys, the dryer is on right now, so sorry for the noise, but let's go ahead and open up this package we received today. This was sent over from the homie Nomis Industries. Let me remind you guys who this guy is. Nomis Industries, I've mentioned him many and plenty of times throughout the years here on the channel. This is literally your go-to guy for all your ECU needs. If you guys need an ECU, he probably has it. If you guys need a refurb on your ECU, he can probably do it. And if you guys need like Cop Minis, K Pro, ECU Tamer, anything that relates to an ECU, this is my go-to guy. I'll put all his information in the description below, guys, but let's go ahead and open this up because this is like one of the main things that I need for this car, although I do have a couple of them, but they belong to different cars. I hate having to switch ECUs between, you know, multiple different cars. Currently right now my K Pro is for the wagon and also for my sedan, and right now it's also being used in the 88 sedan. So I hate having to pull my laptop off my workbench because it's connected to the music, which is right here behind you guys. I want to leave the laptop right here on the workbench and each car to have its own ECU, although the K Pro I currently have is still between the wagon and sedan, but eventually I'm gonna go fuel tech on the blue all-wheel drive car, and then the wagon's gonna have the K Pro. The 88 silver sedan is gonna have its own ECU as well too. So let's go ahead and open this up, guys, and remember to cut away from yourself, not towards yourself, especially if you have a dull blade. You gotta be very careful, but if you have a sharp blade, be very extra careful. Look at this packaging, dude. Super duper protected. Inside here we have a brand spanking new Honda K Pro V4 installed in a PRB 6-speed ECU. We have the cable right here that's included with the K Pro when you buy it, and then right here we have the already installed K Pro V4 into the PRB ECU with a custom Nomis Industries laser etched ECU cover. Check that out. Ooh, looking fresh, looking fresh. When you guys buy a custom ECU from Nomis, not only are you gonna get the product that you're buying, but you're gonna get the refurb service on the ECU as well to ensure that this ECU is gonna run 100%. I did mention that I was waiting for this package to show up because there are some other items inside of it that I need to complete my K-series conversion harness. These right here are the ECU plugs from an OBD0 ECU. He had a couple of cords and I asked him if he had some that you're willing to part ways with. The ECU plug for the most part, so he was like, yeah, I got a couple of them, what do you need? And I told him I needed these guys to make my harness plug and play, and he was able to desolder the entire clip from the board itself, so that way I can just solder my wires onto it and make my conversion harness plug and play. If you guys don't know, conversion harnesses, depending on who you're buying it from, they come with a bunch of loose wires that you have to wire in. CJS wiring harnesses come plug and play. That's why I rock with them a lot, because it makes your conversion harnesses simplified. Here's a prime example of a CJS wiring K20 conversion harness. It already has the ECU plugs wired in right here, right? Simplifies the installation. This is the same thing, except it came off directly from the ECU, where these guys, you know, it comes separate and you have to terminate it yourself. So big shout out to the homie Nomis Industries for the ECU and also these plugs. So if you guys are looking for any ECU services, be sure to hit them up and let them know I sent you guys. Anyways guys, we're gonna wrap it up for this video right here. We went to the junkyard, we scored a window for my mom's car, got that installed, and we made some progress on the 88 sedan. If you guys enjoyed today's video, man, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you guys want to stick around for the turbo kit installation and the suspension installation, because we're about to get cracking this weekend. We got 2 weeks from Race Wars, and we need to get this car finished. So if you guys want to stick around and see all of that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next video. Peace.